Hey guys, welcome back. This is Danny, and we're back with another episode talking about the Streamerbot. Today, we're going to cover channel point rewards, the voice control, Twitch, and OBS. And we're super excited. There's some fun things you guys can do inside this bot with your channel point rewards, the voice control, the Twitch, and the OBS. So let's hop right on in. All right, first things first is you're going to notice that there's going to be channel points in here, and they're going to have this pink box on them. It means that the bot doesn't own them. So it's super simple to switch them over. You can simply just click on here. You can duplicate, and you'll see it says copy. All you have to do is delete from Streamerbot, and then whoop. As you guys can see, I totally fucked up. I totally fucked up and deleted my use your words, but you can just right click edit and change the name. So it doesn't say to copy. You building it in the bot will make it part of the owned the streamer.bot owned channel point rewards. So that brings us to building one if you don't have any. So you can go ahead and just right click add channel point reward. We're going to name it use your words because they're going to use their words to talk. It was set at 1500. User input required. For this one, I want to specifically make sure that I do check this box because obviously the TTS, the talk text to speech, is going to need them to type in what they want it to say. So here you can choose whether the redemption skips the queue, if there's a max per stream, max per user per stream, if there's a cooldown, anything like that. We don't do any of that. There's no action to add to this. This is all going to be part of TTS. But this is where you would select your action. You just find it in here. You can also set it up to a group or whatnot. You just click OK. Oops. All right, with that being said, we can go into some of these other channel points and things like that. So as you see, these ones have actions tied to them. You may have seen them previously in my other actions. So I named them the same just so I knew what to line up with what. And we can go back and take a look at what these do. So when somebody redeems the channel points, these things happen, and I can kind of show you guys what that's like. So you go right here. You guys are seeing this right now, but you go right here. Here is like, where did you come from? And so it makes it pop up. It plays the sound, makes it pop up, and automatically takes it down for me, which is super, super useful. So here's the where did you come from. We go back here. I have it under channel points. Where'd you come from? So here's where it pauses the queue so that the sounds and videos don't overlap with each other. Here's playing the sound, showing the video, the delay. I base the delay off how long the sound clip lasts. And then it hides the delay. And then it unpauses the channel point queue. So that's something we'll get into. We could get into a little bit is the queue. So I have all these set up into a channel point queue. I have some other things set into queues, but they're not really, the queue isn't used for the way the queue should be used. We can go over here and find the queues. So here's the action queues under settings, general. For the action queues, this is where you set it up. So I have a few listed here. However, the only one that I've really actually been using is this channel points one. So all you got to do is you type it in, you'd add it here. And then in your actions, what I've done, as you guys can see, is here's the action queue pause state. So when this starts, it actually pauses the channel point queue. And what that does is, so if 5 people come in and they redeem, damn it, friends, Rickroll, run. Damn it actually pauses it, plays the sound, shows its video, goes for the delay, hides the video, and then it unpauses, which allows friends to play, and it goes through its queue, and then so on and so forth. And this way, instead of all the sounds playing at one time, they actually kind of line up and play separately, which is super, super useful. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is the voice control. The voice control is super, super useful. I have a few things set up. So a couple of these you see, they say shout outs. They're named one thing. This is kind of how I know them or whatnot. Some of them match, some of them don't. And I'll get into that. So I have the actions previously set up. So through here, you'll see Discord, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Activision, because we play Warzone 99.9999999. I think you get my message percent of the time. So we have these set up. These are all connected to these actions. So somebody uses the command Discord. This is the action that plays. And basically I just took that and turned it into a voice control. Now you'll see right here the name says Discord, but the command says Discord. And the thing with that is that it is not a common English term word because it is a social media. So what we set up here is you want to put it in phonetically. So my girl Peeps, a lot of people know her as that. Her real name is Amber. It's a lot easier to say shout out Amber. And then it puts her link, shouts her out, and does all that the fancy stuff, how we set it up. You know what I'm saying? So over here we got Big Dog. You have to separate the words shout out because they're meant to be separate, where in the streamer world, content creator world, we just call it a shout out. It's one word. That's how we use it. That's how we do it. Also had to separate his name because the English words for it are separate as big and dog. So instead of putting it together, or warrior spells his name differently. So you actually had to put the correct spelling in, break down Coley. Twitter came across better as doing Twitter, or TikTok spelled like this. Things like that. So here, the key thing is to set it up, and make sure that you're using basic English language in order for the bot to recognize what it is you're saying. So these are some ones I have set up. I have it set up for exact. So if I, accidentally say something close, it doesn't go ahead and pop that out of there. And we'll go ahead and go through the settings really quick. You want to auto start the listen. You want to choose your language. You want to start listening. You want to choose what it is you have that it's going to be listening to. If you have a Go XLR, it's going to have your broadcast stream mix in here. The problem with that is when your friends talk, it will also pick them up. There's also a log of everything that you've said, the spoken dictation, how clear it's gotten, and you can also go through your Windows speech dictation to do that training, and the bot will be able to understand your words better after the training, which is super helpful, super useful. Shout out to Blooper15 on Twitch and on YouTube. He helped me figure that one out. So let's go into adding one of these. So this is it's a little simple box. You just put the name. You can name this whatever you like. Command, test, location, exact. Here's where you choose the, do we still have the test one in here from earlier? This is where you choose the action. Because like I said, every action needs to be tied to another act, or everything that you do with this bot needs to be tied to an action. Now, this is a little tip Looper gave me to do this override global. 60 was the magic number. It seemed to really, really work. Let's go ahead and test that. Shout out loops. So it puts what I have typed in here. It automatically types this in, puts this in. The way I have it set up, you have to do this SO and the name. And here's silly old Looper. Guys, be sure to check him out. He is definitely somebody to know, somebody to know. So it automatically switches because that's what our action is set up as. I have it delayed to a minute because clips on Twitch can be set up to a minute, and then takes us back to our gaming screen. But so we'll go take a look at that. So here's the actual shout out voice command. Then we go over here, go down to shout outs. Here we go. Pass it right up. So we're actually going to go look at the looper shout out. So here it is, the message that it sends, exclamation point, SO looper 15, and that's for the clip to come up. The message I have pre-typed in, setting my active scene to my shout out scene, delay for 45 seconds. And then the OBS active scene going back to my gaming scene, which is my typical one that I like to use. That way, if I do it or somebody else does it, automatically switches us back. So I have my shout out command set up with the same way. Add target. This is for anybody. So if my moderator shouts somebody out, it automatically fills it in, does the shout out scene, shows, and goes. So that's basically what you need to know for your voice control. Right, switching over to the polls and the predictions. These are pretty cool, you guys. So if you set up a poll, title, what color should Danny dye her hair? And then you can put in choices: blue, red, pink, and how long. So you create it, it will pop on up. And what's pretty cool is it's here. It tells you which one the winner is, whether it's active, not active. And that's going to last for 15 seconds. And now it's completed. It's a 3-way tie. It tells you how many votes, the bit votes, channel point votes, and the total votes, and which ones get which ones. Obviously, we're doing this during a time I'm not streaming, so there's nobody to vote. But what's really cool, so you can, oh, look at that. There's my other one. So I refreshed this and it pulled up an old one that I did, which is super interesting. So the choices were yes and no. Would you watch Danny do an art stream? 6 votes for yes. Predictions are pretty cool too. So one that we often do is, will Danny win this gulag? Nope. And yes. And we'll knock this down to just 3 seconds for video sakes. So active, it's now locked. It pops up, people can vote. What's really cool about the predictions is you can resolve here. So you can go, yes. Winner resolved. There you go. You can run it again. Same thing. All you have to do is click run it again. So this one is one that I've been popping up lately. Per game, if I'm going to win the gulag or not. And it's super easy to just be able to click over, you can resolve it, and then run it again. I wonder if I refresh, I get some old ones. There you go. Here's a couple. How cool is it that you can just right click and run it again? I think that's my favorite part. So when you come in here, make sure you hit refresh. That's super useful. Here's something really cool about this bot too, is in the polls, when you create something, you can actually make something pop up on your screen. You can make a sound effect, whatever it is, for when you create it, when you update it, when you complete it, or when you end it. You could do the same thing for predictions: created, updated, locked, resolved, and canceled. So when it's created, you can have like a ding, 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 something like that. when it gets locked and nobody else, you can have like a buzzer, like that's it, end of the game. You can't vote anymore. And then resolved, you can have something that goes, yay. You can have lots of fun things. So, created. Everybody get your votes in. You know what I'm saying? You could do something fun like that. You could hear it. Then also your chat can hear it. So that's super, super cool, in my opinion. And then you can connect your OBS. And that is super useful for a few things. This part is new, which is pretty cool. Not streaming is recording. We sure are. But what's super useful for that is how I was able to switch the scenes. The bot did it for me. I used to have it set up in some other ways. I love that everything is in this bot. You just right click, you add, you could set up the connection, you put a password in, boom, done, nothing to worry about. And then you can control all your scenes, your sources, your filters, everything that you want. You can control it from this bot in OBS. Super, super amazing idea. All right, guys. So today we covered the channel point rewards. We covered voice control. We covered OBS. And we're going to go ahead and end it there. If you guys found this video useful, go ahead and give it a like button. Think about subscribing if you haven't already. In our next video, we're going to cover all the Twitch options, things you can do with hype trains, subs, hosts. This bot, I swear, is never ending. You can do so many things. Even if you can code, you can add more things. I know that this bot has become a coder's delight. There are so many things. The ideas are endless. If you haven't already, after watching this video, downloaded this bot, I don't know what you're waiting on. But until next time, I hope you have a good one.